Gene Deal just did an interview with Art of the Dialogue, and this is probably one of his most unhinged interviews I've ever watched. In his interview, he tries to expose Mase because he's upset at this clip of Mase that's been going viral, where Mase is laughing at Gene Deal and his security details. But the thing is, even though the video of Gene Deal exposing Mase doing a lot of views, it all backfired because the majority of the comments is on May's side. Gene Deal was head of security the night that Biggie died, so objectively speaking, if you're head of security and the biggest artist in the world passed away under your watch, then you dropped the ball. But Gene Deal was riding with Puffy and securing Puffy, and they had a pretty inexperienced bodyguard called Gregory Young, who had little to no experience being a bodyguard, guarding the most wanted man in LA at the time, which was Biggie, who was a superstar rapper, and Gregory Young was also the driver. So just based off of those circumstances, like the security team dropped the ball nonetheless. But Gene Deal in this interview would try to pass the buck on to Mase and try to blame Mase for why Biggie had passed away.
And three, and speaking of Mase, played a big part in the whole situation. So, because Mase want to laugh and lie about the situation, let's get into it, bro. I want to get into this. I want to tell you that Mase had a duty and an obligation to his label mate, the notorious B.I.G., Christopher Latour Wallace. Mase had a duty as a label mate to tell Chris, these dudes want you dead. Prior to the Peterson Museum, Mase and Stevie J went to a celebrity basketball game. They let the dudes, I don't know if it was the dudes from the Dog Pound, it was the dudes that was Crips, they let Stevie J and Mase know, we want Puff and we want Big. Mase felt like he was safe laying down there, throwing up West Coast signs with them. Mase came back from that game. He let me know, and he let Puff know that he was good. They wanted Puff and Big dead. He told me, he told Puff, he never mentioned a damn thing to Big. As his label mate, he had an obligation. As a fellow New Yorker, he had an obligation to tell Big.
I'm sorry, call me too practical, but if somebody makes a credible threat on an artist's life and Mace overheard it, or they told Mace directly, and Mace came back and told the head of the label and the head of security that these dudes are after Biggie and they're trying to kill Biggie, I feel like he did his job. Like, he absolutely did his job. The head of security is alerted. The people responsible for protecting Biggie, the artist, while he's in LA, they are alerted. Now it's those people's job to put the proper people around Biggie to make sure that Biggie make it out of LA alive. So if those people were alerted and then those people didn't do their jobs and then Biggie passed away, how do you now blame Mace because Mace didn't tell Biggie? I don't understand it at all, not one bit. Because in some cases, you don't tell the artist. The artist is there to do his job. The last thing you would want is for the artist to be looking over their shoulders, super paranoid, super scared, worried, frightened, while still having to move around and shake hands and network. No, you tell the people who's responsible for protecting the artist, and those people will handle the threat. The artist is super oblivious because his life is in the hands of the head of security. Now, Gene Dale is taking his hard stance now against Mace because he feels like when Mace was laughing in this viral clip, laughing at the security the night that Biggie passed away for, I guess, hiding behind a vehicle and not protecting Biggie, even though there were multiple security guards there that night, Gene Dale is so fragile that he believes that in this viral clip, Mace should have stopped the laughing party and clarified and told everyone that he wasn't talking about Gene Deal. I don't understand why you're that worried about the public perception or about looking tough. If that man never said that you were the one who was hiding behind cars and scared that night, then why do you care? Like, why are you now attacking him or taking it personally?
LA had left out. He was the only one there. So you got Biggie passed away, security not busting their hammer, Puff get on a private jet, everybody going, and Mase figured his way to get out of here. So he was talking about, he said, Cam, that's why you just see me running around with nobody sometimes. Ain't nobody do shit. I'm better off by myself. It's funny, but not funny.
Yeah, when they go, cow, cow.
Yeah.
You know, you by yourself. Everybody trying to make it home.
Yeah.
Especially behind cars. I just want to go home. I just want to be home.
Right. But that's part of me saying that you're the chosen one. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, what do you do if you're security crying behind the car? I just want my blanket. I just want your blanket. Nigga, we gotta get out of here. I didn't sing too much. Niggas can't tell me nothing. That's why when niggas be talking tough, I said, man, just say it. I didn't sing all that. Nigga said he want to just go home and be under his blanket. You're like, what?
But he there for security? I just want my blanket.
This glass on the floor. Niggas is behind the car. I'm never going to be in this position.
I just want to go home and
I just want to be under my blanket. Niggas, you like, wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we got to get out of here.
Now, the reason I'm speaking on this and you allow me to speak on this on your platform is that because when people hear something about bad boy security, especially in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was either Big Gene, Wolf, Paul. They had people that was behind the scenes, but the people out front was Big Gene, Wolf, and Paul. Myself, Wolf, and Paul. So when Mase and Cam are telling these stories of what happened, they are leaving names out. So people are actually saying something or thinking that that might be Big Gene that's hiding behind the van or the Suburban during time of the shooting, which it wasn't. That might be Big Gene who's saying, I just want to go home, which it wasn't. That might be Big Gene that had an opportunity to bust his gun, but he didn't. All those things, bro.
Situations like this is why I say the internet is one of the worst things to ever happen to mankind. You got our grandparents who would usually be, I don't know, crocheting, sitting on the porch, rocking back and forth. Now they have the internet and they're concerned about what trolls with Cheeto dust on their beard has to say about them. Gene Deal is in his 50s. If I'm in my 50s, I don't care what you say about me, bro. All right? I don't care. If some trolls want to guesstimate or assume who Mason Kim is talking about, go ahead, bro. I'm living a good life. I'm retiring, bro. But he's hyper focused on what these trolls have to say about it, and I don't understand why. You're getting paid, I think, like $5,000 per interview at this point, and you're doing multiple interviews a month for multiple platforms. You should be good, resting on your laurel. You shouldn't give a damn or care what an internet troll has to say about you, bro. You feel me? Like from my perspective, as long as like Kim and Mase, like they're not saying, "Hey yo, Gene Deal touched blank," "Hey yo, Gene Deal is a creep," "Yo, Gene Deal is a sex offender." Like, as long as people ain't putting that dirt on your name, if fans and trolls want to assume that you're the one who was hiding behind a car, go ahead, bro. I could care less. Now, Gene Deal is so sensitive and so hyper focused on what people think or the possibility that people will hear this story and think that he's not tough. Gene Deal gave one of his homies a call and forced them to relive the murder of somebody really close and dear to him. And the purpose of doing all of this was to prove that Gene Deal was really tapped in and connected.
Yo, Big Gene, what's up?
Fidel.
What's good?
Is it? Yo, this is my man Fidel. I'm on the Art of Dialogue right now, Fidel.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Yo, Fidel,
Yes, sir.
what was you to Maserati Fox?
I was his manager.
And what happened to Maserati Fox?
He passed away.
How he passed away, Fidel?
He was doing time, and right when he was about to come home, I introduced y'all over the phone. When he got out, I took him straight to you. At this time, you was one of New York's head parole officers, and he wanted you to be his bodyguard. And you told him at this minute right now you can't get into that because you was hearing stuff from the street. He got some stuff that he got to clean up before you could actually manage him. Could be a security.
Right? Didn't 50 Cent tell him that he wanted him to come to his house and be safe?
Yes.
Right. So now,
You told him not to go back to the hood. You told him to move out to Jersey or something like that.
move out to Jersey or go to 50's house.
Or 50's house. That's what you said to him. Yes, you did. You did say that.
What did y'all come to see me at?
We come to see you at a barbershop in Harlem.
Right.
I was just coming from. Actually, we was on our way from the Diamond District. We went to pick up a chain and a ring, and then we stopped. Well, we had to see. We're supposed to be and get up with you from the first day he got out, so we had to pull up on you. You know.
Right.
You gave him the great words. You know. If he had listened to you, he would still be living this day. I mean, you're not God or anything, but he would have been living. You know.
He got killed a week later, right?
I would say maybe 5 or 6 days later.
Right. Thanks, Fidel. All right.
All right, Jimmy.
All right. I'm gonna holler at you. Salute.
All right, cool. All right.
Where you at, Fidel? Oh, he left. I did that for a reason, Mighty. And the reason I did that, I got a lot of clown out here trying not to respect what I used to do. I earned my right to do what I did. You understand? I earned my right. I used to look out for a lot of cats, good, bad, or indifferent. I got guys on the internet threatening me, talking about what they gonna do. No, they wouldn't bust a grape in a wine factory, wouldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. But they want to believe and make other people believe that Gene Deal is some snitch. Gene Deal, because he was an officer, he may be soft and everything like that. Let me tell you something, Mighty. This is about respect and earning your respect. There's no way that Mase or Cam got a right to disrespect the bad boy security because Mase wasn't even there.
If I'm the family member or whoever they're referring to who passed away, I'm pissed, bruh. You called and used my brother's tragic death. Why? Like to boost your street credibility or to boost like your aura? This is straight and complete aura forming at this point. Now, I do understand the point, and Gene isn't really wrong that Mace can't really speak for what took place at the scene if he wasn't at the scene. However, Mace is bad boy, and Mace is definitely connected with a lot of people who was at the scene. So he probably heard firsthand what took place. Now, I really haven't heard Gene say that Mase is completely lying about what happened. I did hear him say that his story isn't all the way right because he wasn't there, but he don't completely deny that a security guard wasn't behind the car crying or screaming, yo, I want to go home. He just saying, I wasn't the security guard crying or wanting to go home, which Mason never said you were, which is why the big hoopla to me doesn't make sense whatsoever. But Gene Deal did something during this interview that I looked at and just shook my head, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? Gene Deal will look straight into the camera with a straight face and insinuate that Mace didn't tell Biggie and that Mace only told him and Puff, the head of the label and the security detail, that there were threats on Biggie's life. He would claim that Mace didn't tell Biggie because he wanted the number one spot, implying that Mace wanted Biggie dead. I think Gene Deal has officially gone too far. Like, excuse me, why would Mase want his homie dead?
You understand? And they know, and he know, I came and got him. And Mase said, yo, Big Gene, why you here? Why you here? He said, Big Gene, I'm all right. I said, if you was all right, why am I here? I put my life on the line, and I wasn't getting a dime for Mase. I was Puff bodyguard. You see who got out of Cali, right? I got to live with the fact that it wasn't 2 of me, it wasn't 3 of me, it was just me. I had my principle and I did what I was supposed to do for him. Don't laugh and joke when you didn't do what you were supposed to do for your label mate, for a person that you said you respected, a person that you did music with. Should I laugh about the fact that you wanted that #1 spot so bad? You didn't tell Big. They wanted to kill you, man. These niggas want to kill you out here. Don't go nowhere. Big Gene is right.
Hey, man, if I'm Mase, leave this man alone, bro. Yo, we seen Gene Deal single-handedly, carry the Diddy slander on his back for about 2 years before anyone knew that Diddy was an actual creep and a weirdo. If I'm Mase, man, I'm leaving this man alone, bro. Right? Because the lengths and the pits that Gene Deal is willing to go to, man, I don't think you're ready to get in the mud. Leave this man alone, Mase. But let me know in the comment section, man. Do y'all believe that Mase dropped the ball by not telling Biggie? Or do y'all think that he did enough by telling Gene Deal and Puff? And also let me know, but do y'all think that Mase purposely didn't tell Biggie because he wanted the #1 spot? Now, after Big died, Mase was the #1 rapper in New York for at least a year. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how this Georgia man killed his wife. His wife after finding out her dirty secret. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.